twin forces of nature, Yellowstone's giant geyser and Mount Etna unleash spectacle and power. Within the span of days, to vastly different natural wonders, one fueled by scalding underground waters, the other by molten rock from deep within. The mantle put on dramatic were old-class displays of Earth's energy. Dot in Yellowstone National Park, the giant geyser erupted with rare force and height, a hydrothermal event that thrilled scientists and startled visitors. Across the Atlantic in Sicily, Mount Etna erupted massively, shrouding the island's skies in volcanic ash and forcing communities to reckon with nature's unpredictable power. Yellowstone's giant geyser, when superheated water meets sudden freedom, located in Yellowstone's upper geyser basin. Giant Geyser is one of the park's most famous and temperamental hydrothermal features. Normally dormant for months or even years, it erupted spectacularly this week, launching steaming columns of water to record breaking heights exceeding 60 meters, nearly 200 feet. The eruption was not just visually stunning, it was scientifically significant. Hydrothermal specialists note that such tall eruptions require an exceptionally large and pressurized underground water reservoir. This suggests that for weeks or months before the eruption, Yellowstone's subterranean channels were steadily filling and heating. How geysers work. Yellowstone's hidden plumbing. Yellowstone's geysers are part of one of the most active geothermal systems in the world. Precipitation from snow and rain seeps deep into fractured volcanic rock, sometimes several kilometers down, where it comes into contact with rocks heated by the massive magma chamber beneath Yellowstone. This heat pushes the water's temperature far above boiling, but under immense pressure, it remains liquid. When the pressure suddenly drops, often due to shifting underground pathways or the release of a blockage, the water flashes into steam almost instantly, expanding violently and blasting upward through the vent. The result is the iconic eruption, complete with roaring jets, billowing steam, and water droplets scattering sunlight into shimmering rainbows. Signs of change beneath the surface. Over the past several months, scientists have detected small but persistent earthquake swarms, as well as subtle ground uplift in certain areas of the park. These are not immediate warning signs of volcanic activity. They do suggest a dynamic, shifting hydrothermal system. In the case of giant geyser, such changes may have opened new channels or altered existing ones, allowing more efficient heat transfer and enabling the larger, more powerful eruption. Mount Etna, Europe's fiery sentinel, awakens again. While Yellowstone was sending scalding water into the sky, Mount Etna, Europe's tallest and most active volcano, was sending fire and ash high above the Mediterranean. Lava fountains erupted from the southeast crater, while a towering column of ash rose several kilometers into the atmosphere, darkening skies over eastern Sicily. Asphalt-coated villages, farmland, and roads. Catania Airport temporarily suspended flights as Volcanic dust can severely damage jet engines. For residents accustomed to Etna's frequent activity, the scene was both familiar and uniquely intense. The geologic engine driving Etna. Mount Etna sits on a tectonic hotspot created by the slow but relentless collision of the African and Eurasian plates. This convergence forces magma upward through fractures and conduits in the crust. Etna's plumbing system is complex, with multiple magma chambers feeding different vents, resulting in varied eruption styles, from gentle lava flows to explosive. Ashrich Paroxy SMS. In the weeks leading up to this event, geologists recorded ground deformation around the volcano summit using GPS and satellite-based radar and SAR. This swelling is caused by magma accumulating underground. Eventually, pressure exceeded the strength of the overlying rock, producing the eruption. Why Etna's ash clouds matter. Volcanic ash is composed of tiny shards of glass-like rock capable of traveling hundreds of kilometers from the eruption site. It poses hazards to aviation, agriculture, and human health. The ash from this eruption was fine enough to remain suspended in the atmosphere for hours, scattering sunlight and giving the sky a hazy, orange tint for farmers in Sicily's fertile slopes. The ash brings both challenges and benefits. Short-term damage to crops and machinery, but long-term soil enrichment from mineral-rich volcanic material. A planet alive. From the boiling geysers of Yellowstone to the fiery vents of Etna, the message is clear: Earth is alive. Its heat, generated both from the decay of radioactive elements and from primordial energy trapped since the planet's formation, continues to drive spectacular and sometimes dangerous natural phenomena. These events, awe-inspiring in their beauty and power, serve as vivid reminders that we live on a restless planet. For scientists, they are opportunities to learn. For the rest of us, they are humbling demonstrations of nature's unyielding force.